Only for the plotline, we are back. Welcome to almost the end of 2022. We've been gone for quite a while, but let's just skip all that nonsense. Okay, so Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, first movie. I'm only gonna do the first four, because those are pretty much the only ones I liked. After that, I don't much care for. Unless there's a huge request, I will continue doing them because I do know there are a couple in the later films off the top of my head, but it's not enough to be like, man, let me do it. Okay, so the first one, Dumbledore's dropping off little baby Harry at the Dursley's doorstep to invoke the magic of blood or something like that is what the, from what I know, is from the letter. So they just kind of leave the baby on the doorstep, and it's already the night. Who's to say that they knock or ring the doorbell? Maybe they just leave. I don't know, but I mean, McGonagall's been watching the Dursleys in her cat form, so maybe she watches over Harry in cat form to make sure nothing happens to him. Because I mean, who is to say what's gonna happen overnight to a baby, And then what? Do they just have to wait till they go check the mail? Oh crud! There's a baby on our doorstep. I don't know.
Sorry about him. He doesn't understand what it's like, lying there day after day, watching people press their ugly faces in on you. Can you hear me? It's just, I've never talked to a snake before. Do you?
Okay, now we're at the zoo scene. And is this supposed to be parcel tongue, but in English? Because if it was speaking parcel tongue, we wouldn't know what he's saying, and then be like, "What the heck is going on? What the heck was that?" And then they'd explain it in the second film when he's actually doing it. Like, what was this? Like, guess parcel tongue in English so we could understand and not wonder what the heck is going on.
Insult Albus Dumbledore in front of me.
Okay, this scene, Harry's birthday, Hagrid goes to rescue him on the island. So there's actually a fan theory about this one where Hagrid is actually he who shall not be named, one of his highest secret enforcers. He's constantly putting Harry in danger. He gives information away like freaking candy, like butterbeer, perhaps, soft butterbeer candy. And this scene, we know he was expelled in his third year at Hogwarts, so he only has about 3 years level magic in him. Yet he performs a transfiguration spell, which is a later year class that he takes, and he performs it non-verbally. He just points the umbrella and does the transfiguration spell. In the book, he meant to turn Dudley into a full pig, but something went wrong. It turned him into a half pig. But in either case, it required the Dursleys to send him to actually get it surgically removed. And not only does he perform the spell non-verbally, he takes somewhat of a pleasure in it. You can see that he's clearly enjoying what he's done to the poor kid,
Fred, you next? It's not Fred, I am. Honestly, woman, you call yourself our mother.
Oh, sorry, George.
I'm only joking. I am Fred.
Excuse me?
Platform 9 3/4. There's a kind of other theory out there that Molly, as she's taking her Weasley family to the right platform, that she hears that Harry is looking for it and sees that he's all alone. And so being the loving, cautious mom that she is, she lets him know in a sense that that they could help him by, you know, shouting out what she does, you know, come on this way to the platform 9 3/4, blah blah blah, as if the whole family didn't know already. But I just think it's very cool that she does that, you know, and it guided Harry to the right way. Also, this scene, what is up exactly? Harry is a wizard. Yeah, talks to the security guard, and I believe that he was able to be seen throughout all the Muggles already. But when Percy is going through, he clearly runs into some Muggle. So I mean, what part is it? Are they invisible? Because would nobody else see them running into a wall and like, oh heck, where'd they go? You know. So is there like some sort of invisibility there, or what takes place? How soon? How close they are to the right platform? Because obviously he's going through a Muggle who doesn't feel that at all. Nobody sees them going through the wall and thinking, where did they go? What's up with this?
500 yourself. Watch it. Oh, that's rotten. I've only got one good jumping room to begin with. I've got Dumbledore. I've got about 6 of him. Hey, he's gone. Well, you can't expect to run around all day, can you? This is Scabbers.
The chocolate frog scene, and they get the Witch or Wizard card. Okay, Ron's comment there is actually kind of another theory that floats around. That's how Dumbledore kind of spies throughout the wizard world. Is that when he's opened up in a card, he gets a quick, I don't know, look into where he's at, wherever he's being opened, and then that's when he disappears. So that's actually a comment, not just to be funny, but because there's some serious spying throughout the wizarding world going on right there.
So, has anyone seen a toad? A boy named Neville's lost one? No. Oh, are you doing magic?
Oh, Harry.
Hi, Hagrid. Whoa!
Right then, this way to the boats. Come on there. Follow me.
Any rule breaking and you will lose points. At the end of the year, the house with the most points is awarded the house cup.
Okay, this one is perhaps my favorite of a plot hole going on, and as you saw, it was the longest scene of the scenes I'd put together. So Hermione on the train mentions that Neville's toad is gone. When the kids get off, they take a boat, and then they get into school. So you're telling me a toad that is in Scabbers somehow got to Hogwarts on the train, bypassed everybody, got onto one of the boats, got in front of them up the stairs to where Professor McGonagall was, and then did McGonagall not do anything? She's like, oh, there's someone's frog, I'll just let it stay here until it starts making noise. What? How did he get his toad? I mean, that's like a huge body of water that they had to go through, especially for the boats and then up the stairs. How did the frog Trevor beat every single student and Hagrid to Hogwarts?
The headless hunt has been denied.
I know you. You're nearly headless Nick.
I prefer Sir Nicholas, if you don't mind.
Nearly headless? How can you be nearly headless?
Like this.
This will be the one gag I'm going to use for the rest of the Harry Potter films, even if, as far as I do, as many as I go. We're going to play a game, What Hermione Doesn't Know, and this is the first one. Why is he nearly headless Nick?
Hey, look! Neville's got a remember all. I've read about those. When the smoke turns red, it means you've forgotten something. The only problem is, I can't remember what I've forgotten. Hey, Ron.
Mr. Roper! Everyone out of the way! Oh dear, it's a broken wrist. Boy, come on now, up you go.
And yeah, here we go with another fan theory about Neville and his Remembrall. So it's actually kind of believed that the Remembrall was actually saving Neville's life a few times. Because in the first, when we get to see it, he forgets his cloak. And then in the later scene where he's flying lessons, he would have fallen to his death if it wasn't for his cloak. And I think it's either the second or the third film where his cloak has yet again saved his life. It's the second one, because of the pixies.
Have it your way then.
Harry Potter?
Follow me.
He has to be taken to the hospital because he broke his wrist. Draco is being a bully and messing with this thing. So Harry goes to get the ball. Okay, Draco has one heck of an arm. He has one heck of an arm. He throws it super far. Harry catches it, yes. And actually, this is the part I want to talk about. Is he catches it in front of McGonagall's window, who's at maybe not the tallest part of the tower, but she's pretty high in the tower. And then he flies down. When Harry is going to get the ball, though, we see that he, because of the speed of the background, he had to go, I don't know, pretty, not far, but wasn't close. But he was going pretty kind of fast, and it wasn't like a super quick scene. So you think he went far. Man, I really wish I knew like meters or miles or whatever. But anyway, he flies back down to be welcomed because he got the ball back. McGonagall appears right behind him like 5 seconds later. What did she do? Okay, she only has that. I don't remember what the spell is even called where she transforms. Did she teleport? What did she do? She got there really quick, like right after he did, and she was walking.
Looks like he's going to be set.
He's got a glitch! Harry Potter receives 150 points for catching the snake.
Gryffindor wins!
Okay, Quidditch it sounds like a weird game. So if you get your quaffle ball through the thing, you get 10 points. But the game is not going to matter anyway because whichever team catches the golden snitch gets 150 points. So I could be Ravenclaw, right? Oh, and I'm Ravenclaw. I could be Ravenclaw, right? And scoring points for my team. I could score 140 points in, I don't know, 10 minutes. Some freaking Harry Potter kid catches it like that, and I freaking lose the game because he caught one little ball and I did all the work. What is with the rules on this? Like, it essentially makes no sense. Like, the other team would have to do incredibly well, and in my scenario, I did incredibly well, but I still lost.
Has a name?
Well, of course he's got a name. He's mine. I bought him off an Irish.
He doesn't. He continues to not do anything. And then this is also the second part. Hermione does not know. At least she doesn't figure it out right away. She'll eventually remember. She read it in one of her light reading books. But yeah, second thing, she doesn't know right away who Nicholas Flamel is. So we got 2 in this one so far.
What is it?
Some kind of cloak. Well, let's see then. Put it on. Whoa!
My body's gone. I know what that is. That's an invisibility cloak. I'm invisible. Really rare.
Well, happy Christmas, Harry. You got yourself an invisibility cloak. We don't know by who, and I didn't bother looking up who even said that. That part wasn't important to me for this part. What I'm curious about was how tall how big that cloak was, because it seems to fit you pretty well, I guess. Maybe a little bigger for your size, so you could fit under it. But yet you get older and taller in the other films, and then you still fit like your friends under there. So I mean, how long was that cloak? Really? Did you make it bigger or something?
But I told him, I said the trick with any beast is to know how to calm him. Take Fluffy, for example. Just play him a bit of music and he falls straight to sleep. I should have told you that. Where you going? Where you...
Third thing of info, and it's like maybe like 10-20 minutes has passed in the movie. I shouldn't have said that. Hey, wait, where you going? No, wait, police, help. You just sit there. And then we're going to the very first part of the film, where they do drop off Harry before Hagrid shows up. Dumbledore trusts Hagrid with his life. Maybe that's because Hagrid isn't really telling you everything that you really need to know, man. Like, if you knew these things, then maybe you could understand.
Do you think it wise to trust Hagrid with something as important as this?
Ah, Professor, I would trust Hagrid with my life.
I'll fight you. Neville, I'm really, really sorry about this. Petrificus totalis. You're a little scary sometimes. You know that. Really?
Petrificus totalis. Seems like a pretty worthwhile spell that I'm not going to continue bother with using in any of the future movies, especially against, Bellatrix Lestrange or anybody like that. Nah, we'll just use it on Neville, he's trying to stand up to his friends. That's a big no-no here, We'll let every enemy use Avada Kedavra on our friends later. But we're going to use this one on him because we got to really stop the school.
You understand, right, Harry? Once I make my move.
Okay, a small admission is I don't really care for Ron, but it's taken over years, the time where I kind of come to appreciate him more. It's really his being afraid all the time, really. And then in the fourth film where he gets mad at Harry for doing something he didn't do, it just really makes me dislike him a lot more. But you know what? I gotta give props to where they're due, man. And Ron went into the wizarding or the wizard chess pretty handicapped. You know, not only is he having to protect his king, he has to protect Harry and Hermione as pieces to this game. So he's already down 3 pieces against against the enemy team. So I gotta give props to where it's due. So good for you, Ron. And then that's the second other thing. It's pretty convenient that there was the 2 pieces missing for Hermione and Harry to be. Well, Ron could just be the knight. That was the one time I could see you fit the role, man. Good for you.
Yes, it does seem the type, doesn't it? Next to him, who would suspect? Poor, stuttering Professor Quirrell.
But that day, during the Quidditch match, Snape tried to kill me.
No, dear boy. I tried to kill you. And trust me, if Snape's cloak hadn't caught fire and broken my eye contact, I would have succeeded. Even with Snape muttering his little counter curse.
Snape was trying to save me.
I knew you were a danger to me right from the off. Especially...
Snape was trying to save me. That one question alone sums up the entire franchise, by the way. I have to look up what happens in the later films, and I will when I get to them. But I don't know if Harry ends up coming to trust in Snape or if he still thinks like something's off with him. But this one scene alone, especially at the last part of the final movie, sums up the entire franchise.